Hello everyone, this is Bill Yeaman, Vice President of Sales and Business Development at Imprev, and I'm very excited and in fact honored to be able to show you the new Coldwell Banker eMarketing system. The new Coldwell Banker eMarketing system is unique in that it's got a very broad array of designs and design types that I'll take you through. It does include campaigns, which gives you the ability to keep in touch with your sphere of influence on an ongoing basis. And it is a fully mobile platform, both in terms of the content that's created will work great on all sorts of mobile devices, and the application itself is fully mobile. So you can use this on your iPad or your tablet as you're out working with your prospects and customers. So what you're seeing on your screen now is the new eMarketing system. And there's a couple things that I'll step you through and take you through a couple of scenarios as to how to use Coldwell Banker eMarketing for accomplishing different objectives. Just to orient you to the application, we're on the home screen, as you can see here. I'm going to take you through the 4 tabs that make up the application. I'll take you to the Projects tab, and a project is simply a marketing piece that you've created with your own photos and marketing text based on a design that's found in the design gallery. The designs may be an ad template, an animated card, an e-card, an e-newsletter. You find the design that's going to meet the marketing purpose that you have at hand, whether that's personal promotion or promoting a listing. You then add your photos and text, and it becomes a project. I'll also take you through the campaign engine, which are campaigns that have been built for you that include some really great content, again, for keeping in touch with your sphere of influence. But with those campaigns, if you want to customize them, make them your own with your own information and own feel, you can do that as well. And then finally, I'll take you through the Contact, which is the online address book that will be fully populated with your existing eMarketing contacts and is also integrated with Lead Router. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go into the design gallery. The design gallery, again, is the gallery of designs that are available for me to choose from, again, depending on what the marketing purpose is that I have at hand. There are really 2 parts to the design gallery. There's the top of the design gallery, which is what I'll call the top of mind gallery. It includes the designs that I've used most recently. So if I was using something yesterday, it would show up here. It includes my favorite designs. And I can allocate something as being a favorite design just by hovering over it and clicking on the star. So I've just unfavorited that one by unclicking the star, and if I click it again, it becomes one of my favorites, and will always show up on this particular panel of the application. It includes popular designs. This is as measured by usage across the Coldwell Banker agent community. So this allows me to cheat off my neighbor, if you will. And then it includes some featured designs, ones that Coldwell Banker Marketing wants to make sure that you're aware are there and available for you to choose from. If I don't, though, however, find the design that I want in that top of the design gallery, I can come down to the bottom of the design gallery and search based on different criteria. I may search on a specific product type. I need an ad template, an animated card, an e-card, or an e-newsletter. Or it may be that I want to search based on a task or occasion. Task being tasks such as just listed content, open house content, prospecting content, or talent attraction content. Occasions might be something where if I want to send a Halloween card, I look for those cards that might be under Halloween for the fall. But let me take you through a quick scenario as to something that I as an agent want to do so you can get a sense of how I can interact with the Coldwell Banker eMarketing platform. Let's say I want to do some prospecting. I want to do some personal promotion out to my sphere of influence, just to get them thinking about me as a potential agent for them to use next time they want to have a home transaction. So I'm going to go down here into my task section, and I'm going to pull up prospecting. These are designs that are specifically designed to help me as a Coldwell Banker agent do effective prospecting. As you can see, there are 29 different prospecting designs available. Those might be animated cards, e-cards, ad templates, whatever. But I can step through them very easily so I can get a thumbnail view of what the card might be about. And then if I find one that looks intriguing, this trusted advisor one looks intriguing to me, I can simply select it. And that gives me additional information about the card, as well as being able to view a sample of this card. So you can see it contains information about why someone might select me as their Coldwell Banker agent. So if I find that this sample looks right, based on the marketing objective that I have at hand, all I need to do is select this design button in the bottom right-hand corner, and I'm on my way. Now, as you can see, I've moved from the Design Gallery to the Projects tab. And again, the Project tab is simply where I'm going to add photos and text and make this design my own. One of the things that we do for you is we provide a roadmap whenever you're doing any activity inside of eMarketing. This is a three-step process for completing your Trusted Advisor card. You're going to provide some information about the card. That's really the name of the project. You're going to provide some text about the card, the marketing copy you want included, and also you'll update your agent information if required. Now, typically that's not required because your profile information will be automatically populated based on information that's in the Coldwell Banker system today. But if you wanted to change something, you have that option. You'll see later on that a fourth step is going to be available on some of the marketing pieces, that being a photo text. If you're doing a listing for a home, you want to be able to have photos associated with a particular marketing piece that you're creating. Now let me just give this project a name. I'll call it, uniquely enough, Trusted Advisor. I can add an optional project description so I can remind myself of what I was using this for. And then I can put it into a project folder. Think of this as just a collection of marketing pieces that I've got, again, for different marketing purposes that I may have at hand. So here I've got a couple of folders available for properties I'm working. I'm going to put this logically in my personal promotion folder. So I'm going to hit Save and Continue to go to the next step. Here you can see I've got some recommended copy that's already in this particular e-card that I could use if I wanted to, or I could change it. Now, at any point in time, you see this is headline 1 and this is remark 1. At any point in time, I can view the layout of this e-card, and I can put that into a full-size window so I toggle back and forth. This tells me that the headline that I type in is going to be here on the e-card, and the remark is going to be here. That's pretty straightforward on this e-card. In some other marketing pieces like e-newsletter, there's a lot more content, and you want to be able to reference back to this layout as you're creating the marketing piece. So let me come back to the eMarketing Center. In the headline, "Let's work together to find the right place for you," works well for me. And I'm going to add a little bit to this remark field down below. Call me today. I want to make sure they see that, so I'm going to go ahead and bold that. So now you can see I've taken what's been recommended as copy, but I've started to make it my own. At any point in time, I can preview my project just to make sure that the changes that I'm making are as I want them to be. So now you can see it's already laid in my personal information. That's me. It's already laid in the changes to the marketing copy that I've made. This is starting to look just as I want it to do some prospecting out to my sphere of influence. So I'm going to go to my next step. Here's my agent information. And as I said, that's pre-populated from my profile. That looks good to me, so I'm going to save and continue. And at this point, I've now created my e-card, my Trusted Advisor e-card, and I can now start to distribute it. What's nice about the e-marketing system is I not only can create this world of content, but I can also distribute it very effectively from inside of the e-marketing platform. As you can see here, I have many options for distribution. I can publish it to the web. So let's say I wanted to take this e-card and I wanted to have it be linked to from a blog post, or I wanted to send a link as part of an email, or I've got some other sort of web property that I want to include it on. You can very simply publish it to the web. We'll first ask you how large you'd like it to be, and then we'll come here and provide you the link to that marketing piece. If you're going to use it, perhaps you want to tweet a link to it, you can use bit.ly, which just gives you a little shorter link. So then if I copy and paste this, I can use it in any sort of marketing piece that I have. We'll host that marketing content for you. It may be, and this is probably the most likely scenario, it may be, though, that you want to email this Trusted Advisor card to your sphere of influence. So I'll select the Email to Contacts tab. There are two options for sending an email. You can either send it to yourself and then forward it from your email out to your sphere of influence, or I think a better option is to send it through our email system, which provides you with tracking of that email. It'll let you know how many people received it, how many opened it, how many times did they open it. If you send something to someone and they've opened it 4 or 5 or 6 times, they might be a good prospect to follow up with. We also protect you from being positioned as a spammer if you're sending out large quantities of emails, so this is really the right way to go. So all I have to do to send to my contacts is select the Send to Your Contacts button. That allows me to include who I want to send it to, and I can go to my contact address book and select who I want. It can be either an individual or a group of individuals. Let's say I want to send this out to my active hot prospects. I give it a subject line, and I'm ready to go. Now, with this particular instance, I can either send it now, or let's say I wanted to send something out before an event. I could schedule delivery and have that go out at some future date and some future time. The system will remind me before that email goes out in the future that it's going out and gives me the option to change it, modify it, or cancel it if I so choose. So let me take you back to my marketing piece. The last distribution option for something is also social media. And I'll give you an idea in a couple of moments of how that works, but maybe I want to share this card onto Facebook, I want to tweet a link to it, or share it on Google+. I won't do that now, but I'll show you how that works in just a few moments. So now I've effectively created a card that lets me do prospecting out to my sphere of influence. But let's say I've got a new listing and I want to do something very different, that I want to create a new listing card, again, that I want to send out to my sphere of influence. Well, to do that, let me come back to my design gallery. And I know that I want to create an e-card. That's the type of marketing piece that I want to create. So I'm going to select e-card. Oh my gosh, there's 110 e-cards out there. That's a lot to choose from. I have a very specific listing-oriented task that I want to accomplish. So under this task pull-down, I want to go to Just Listed. And that'll bring up simply those designs that are e-cards that are focused on Just Listed. So I don't have to hunt around to find the card, again, that very much meets my specific marketing requirements. So here's one that's got 5 images. Let me view this. Very nice. I think that'll work very well with what I'm trying to accomplish. You'll notice that we've got what's called lorem ipsum copy here. That's just placeholder copy that I can replace with my own information about this property. I'm going to close that sample and come back to the eMarketing platform and select this design. Something's starting to look very familiar. I now have that same step process that I have for creating that personal promotion card. One of the things that I like to say is that once you as an agent know how to create something inside of eMarketing, you know how to create everything, because we use the same model, whether it's an ad, an animated card, an e-card, or an e-newsletter. So again, I'm going to give it a name. I can give it a project description. I'm going to put it into a folder that's oriented around the property that I'm marketing, 741 Boylston Avenue. And what's nice about the system, it's been pre-populated with all of your active listings. So you'll see in a moment, I'm not going to have to add my photos and copy about this marketing piece, about this listing. It's going to do it automatically for me. So that's all I need to do in this step. I'm going to save and continue. It's just telling me to make sure that since this is going to be auto-populated, just to check once it's created to make sure it's as I want it to be. So as you can see, it's gone out to my MLS listing data and automatically pulled in my photos. I've got additional photos that might be available that I could choose from. But I like the photos that it's used. So I can save and continue from here. This little caret pop-up is just telling me that for best results, I might want to crop this image. So if I wanted to go into that image and crop it, I could do that here to make sure it fits into the space on the design. And I could do that with all the images. In the interest of time, I'm going to continue without cropping, which I would not recommend that you do for your pieces. Now you can see all the information about the property, again, has been automatically laid into this particular marketing piece. So I can save and continue from here. I've got the information about myself. Again, this looks good because it's been pulled automatically from my agent profile. I'm going to save and continue. And now I'm ready to go. Let me preview my project just to make sure it looks as I want it to. This looks great. So I've got the photos that I added in. I've got the address. I've got information about the property. And I've got the remarks field that's pulled from the MLS. And again, of course, my personal information is part of this listing card as well. So I'm going to close that down. I'm ready for distribution. You've seen how to publish it to the web. You've seen how to email to contact. Let me publish this one out to one of my social media channels. I love Google+, so I'm going to publish it out there. How hard is it to do that? Well, all I have to do is share on Google+. Because I provided my credentials to Google+ before, it knows my account name. I can put a little personal note on it, check this out, and I'm going to share it out on Google+. Let me open up my Google+ account, and let me refresh it. And now you see, as simple as that, that new listing information has been provided. If I click on the link, I get access to that full listing card available out on Google+. So now we've done two different things inside of the eMarketing system. We've provided some nurturing content. We've provided some listing information. The last thing I wanted to show you is how the campaign engine works. So I'm going to leave the project and design tabs and come into campaigns. And again, campaigns are a way to me to set up ongoing drip marketing campaigns to my sphere of influence. What's nice about this new system is while there's recommended content, you can customize it to your requirements and have it be multiple drips that go out to your sphere of influence on an ongoing basis by setting up that campaign once. So I've got a holiday campaign that I've been working with, so I'm going to open up that campaign. You can see that there are others that I may choose from: time change, previews, home seller, home buyer, etc. For those of you in Canada, you'll have a slightly different set of available campaigns at launch. Specifically, you'll have time change and holidays available to you. So let me go into my traditional holidays campaign. I want to point out a couple of things about this campaign to you. The first thing to note is that this is shown as a date-based campaign. There are two types of campaigns available in Coldwell Banker eMarketing. Date-based means that a campaign will fire on the same date for everybody enrolled in that campaign. So for a holiday campaign, you'd expect that. You'd expect the holiday card to go out on December 31st. That's different than a time-based campaign, which is a rolling campaign that at a specific set of intervals, individuals in the campaign will receive content from you. If I add Joe Smith today, he'll start getting content tomorrow. If I add Sally Smith, a month from now, that campaign will start from her a month from now, and that'll be a rolling campaign. The other thing to note about this campaign is it's got 9 different email events and 1 different personal reminder event. The personal reminder event is one that might just tell me that the campaign has ended. Or with a time-based campaign, it might tell me that after having someone enrolled in that campaign for 2 or 3 months, perhaps it's a good time for me to pick up the phone and give them a call. For each of the elements of the campaign, again, I can fully customize it. Here's my Halloween campaign item. I can change the delivery options, the email options. I can preview the project to make sure it's as I want it. This is nice. This is one of the animated e-cards that takes what was formerly in a technology called Flash and puts it in video. What that means for you is simply that these animated e-cards will now work really well on remote devices. So if you're sending this to someone and they open it up on their iPad or their iPhone, it'll work really well. So this gives me a sense of what that campaign is going to look like. If I wanted to update it, I could. And when I edit a project, I edit it in exactly the same way that I did my other e-cards. So that's simple. I can turn elements of a campaign off or on. I formerly turned this one off, so Happy New Year. I changed my mind. I'm going to turn that touch back on. Once I've customized the various steps of the campaign to my liking, all I then need to do is add some contacts to it. You can see I've already got 109 contacts in this, but again, as I did when I sent my email, I can simply select contacts again, and there may be additional individuals that I want to send this to. Say I want to send this to Kathy Black, or it could be additional groups that I want to send this to. I can select that, save the specific contacts, and then finally, if I come back up to the top, all I have to do to start communicating with the sphere of influence is hit start, and I'm ready to go. And again, with this campaign, as with an individual email, these are sent through our campaign email engine, so you get full tracking statistics about number that were sent, when they were sent, the number of opens, unsubscribed, bounces, etc. So a great way to assess the effectiveness of your outbound campaign activity. Getting ready to wrap up, let me jump into contacts very quickly. You've had a chance to look at these a little bit as I've sent out information to my sphere of influence. But again, with contacts, I've got access to individual contacts. I can look and find the information about Ann Alba. This information, again, will be pre-populated with any contact information that you've had in eMarketing already. It'll also synchronize automatically with LeadRouter, again, for those of you who are using LeadRouter. I can create custom fields, so if I want fields, spouse name, children's name, I can do that. I can also look at the different groups that are available in my system. And again, some of them are going to be ones that I've created myself, or others are ones that are going to be coming and created automatically through LeadRouter. And then finally, although a lot of the contacts will be automatically imported from eMarketing and LeadRouter, if I wanted to import additional contacts, I can do that by clicking the Import Contact button. That'll allow me to import contacts from a number of different places. Let me create a new group. And here you can see I can either import them from an Excel or CSV file on my computer or in Dropbox, or we've got automatic imports from Gmail and Outlook, where with those, if I just provide my email address, it'll automatically pull information down from those address books. And again, it's very simple to follow the steps to go through the creation and upload of those new contacts. We'll step you through that process. So that's the new Coldwell Banker eMarketing platform. You can see how we provide a lot of different types of marketing content. Again, templates, animated cards, e-cards, e-newsletters, it's got the campaign engine, and it is, as I mentioned, fully mobile. So we're excited to be launching the new Coldwell Banker eMarketing platform to you today. Thanks for watching.